Hey everybody, I'm Brian.
I'm Michelle.
And we are cruising with the Colemans.
And we are cruising in a campground right now. I'm so excited. Let's talk today about water.
If you're like us, you probably have some kind of a water filter that you're using on your camper because we know that most of the time campground water can get a little funky tasting or smelling or just not be so great, especially if the campground happens to be on well water instead of on city water.
We've had some terrible tasting water up until about 4 years ago when we bought our first Clearsource. And once we bought the Clearsource system, I have been happy to drink our water out of our right out of the tap.
Today we're going to upgrade to our new Clearsource Ultra Mini, which is a 3-stage water filter. It has on it a 5 micron, which reduces rust and sediment, a 0.5 micron, which is going to reduce tastes and smells and maybe some of the chlorine from the water. And then there's also like a super special, they call it the virus guard filter, which is going to remove viruses like E. coli. It's going to remove Giardia and other things that you might not even realize are in the water, but it's going to keep you from drinking some E. coli soup.
Is it Giardia or Giardia?
Yes.
Giardia.
I think it's Giardia.
I don't know.
Giardia.
If you have an onboard system, maybe you already have like some sort of water filter system. The great part about this Clearsource is they have an onboarding system as well. They have a 2-part system. So Brian, why are we going from a 2-part to a 3-part?
Well, the 3-part because we're adding the virus guard. So we really do like the idea of having just cleaner water. We also love this Mini because it weighs like less than half of what the regular full-size filter weighs.
Yeah, if you watch the last video, we did an unboxing of sorts, but we talked to you about, like, we weighed the two. It was a good size savings.
Yes, and this new filter is gonna be, because of the smaller size, better for smaller campers or for small families who don't use quite as much water. If you're a bigger family or you're full-time, maybe, you might wanna go with the full size. They do have the full size in a 3-stage or in the traditional 2-stage.
So we're gonna test flow rate today, because I think that's what you're saying you're concerned about is flow rate.
Flow rate.
I mean, the older you get, sometimes I hear it's slower.
Takes as long as it takes.
We're gonna look at flow rate. What else are we gonna do?
We're also going to do a taste test.
Yes.
We're gonna taste test our water right out of the tap. We're gonna use that little blue tube and check the water with that, how it tastes. Our old 2-stage filter and the new 3-stage filter, just to see if we can tell the difference between the taste of the water and all of those systems. And then we're also going to do a water test kit to see if it makes a difference. I don't think it's going to, but we're gonna check and see.
Yeah. All right, well, let the water tasting begin. I feel like I need some good music there.
The way we're gonna test flow rate today is with the water. I'm filling up a 2-quart pitcher. That'll give me my gallons per minute time for unfiltered water and then water through the 3 different filter systems that we're testing today. Let's get started. Installing the Clearsource water filter is a snap. There's really nothing special required. However, I do use quick connects on my hoses just to make the setup even faster. On the left-hand side, I connect the hose from the hose bib from the campground. On the right-hand side, I connect a short hose that's gonna go to my camper. Now, the one thing I always do before I connect to the camper is I bleed out the filter. That way, if there is any old water still in filters that have already been used, that kind of gets pushed through and it's not going through my system. But these are brand new filters, so they're empty. So it's gonna take a second to get some water. All right.
I've never been so excited to taste water.
So I will now become your water sommelier.
I need a French accent.
Let's taste some water.
Well, if you subscribe now, that's what you're in for. If you don't, you'll never have to hear that again.
Let's taste some water. So, flow rate.
I got dipsticks.
We're not to the dipsticks yet.
Okay.
Okay. All right. So first of all, let's talk about flow rate.
Yeah.
All 4 unfiltered the Camco blue filter, the old Clearsource filter, the new Clearsource filter, the flow rate on all of them was barely different.
But honestly, I feel like the test, I feel like it showed us that it wasn't a huge difference.
Really, almost
all the way around.
I mean, yeah, we're only talking about...
I'm not gonna notice this when I'm taking a shower or doing dishes.
Right. I'm not gonna really notice that either, right? Like taking a shower or filling a glass of water up at the sink.
Which was that's the reason why we did this, because we've loved our Clearsource for 4 years. We were only going to switch to this mini if we felt like the answer was, it's not a big deal in the flow rate, and that's what we came up with, which is great, because ultimately we wanted that added benefit of more filters, and we wanted a lighter weight filter. So what's next?
Let's taste some water.
Hold the glass up and examine the wine against the light. You're looking for color and clarity.
First of all, even the unfiltered water here, you can see in our not totally clear, it's kind of a frosted glass. You can see in our glass that the water, even unfiltered here, is clean water in this campground.
When do we drink? Now.
So this is the unfiltered water. Ready?
I thought you're supposed to swish and swirl and...
Oh, and I probably wasn't supposed to swallow. I was probably supposed to spit it out.
I mean, he's failing miserably. Okay, but I don't like the taste of that water. I mean, it's clear, but I don't like the taste of it.
Yeah, I mean, it's not bad, but let's go to the Camco blue filter. Do you notice any difference?
I mean, I still don't really like it. I feel like we're dealing with kind of clean water, but as far as taste is concerned, I don't love it.
Yeah.
Okay, so this is the 3-part?
This is the 2-stage filter, our old 2-stage filter.
Okay, I got it. Yeah. It's okay. Those filters were really dirty, so we're doing a great job here.
I do notice a difference in the taste of the water, though. Yeah, it definitely, I don't know, it just doesn't, it just tastes cleaner, I guess. I don't know.
Well, I'm ready to try the new one with new filters.
All right, pour the new 3-stage water. I feel like I need a palate cleanser between taste tests.
Like
I don't
wine?
know. It's like Cheetos or something, I don't know.
Wine?
Wine.
It's negligible, but I taste a little bit of a flavor improvement. I'll be interested to see how that. We had the 3-part system in our coffee this morning, and I'll be interested tomorrow morning if the coffee tastes better.
Yeah.
What do you think?
I definitely think it does taste a little cleaner. Like Michelle said, we're in a state park right now that's got really clean water. We know some campgrounds where you turn the faucet on and the water comes out kind of a yellowish, rusty color. So that would be an interesting place to check the filters. And there, it does make a huge difference.
Well,
we had a campground one time where the host gave us a gallon of water at check-in, and she said, "Don't drink the water, it tastes terrible." And they gave us a gallon of water to drink. We put our filter on anyway, and the water was fine to drink from the faucet with the filter.
The only problem with that is it ruined our filters.
It did ruin our filters after a couple of days of camping there.
Our pro tip...
we had to replace them.
Yeah, I mean, our pro tip is we always carry 1 extra set of Clearsource filters, because like I said, we've had this forever, and having that just in case. There's a couple of campgrounds we go to that we just know the water is so bad.
Let's talk about those filters. So this is a 3-stage filter system. The first filter is the 0.5 micron filter. This is gonna be the one that's gonna reduce iron and rust, also any sediment that happens to be in the water if there's some grit and sand. When I've changed these filters before, I have noticed things like a little bit of sand or grit in the bottom of the filter that it's filtered out. So that just keeps all that from getting caught in your strainers and your faucets, which is really nice. The 0.5 micron filter is a coconut shell carbon block technology, and it's going to reduce bacteria and cysts like Giardia.
It's Giardia.
It also reduces
Giardia. So we're going to end this debate. Okay.
It also reduces volatile organic compounds, insecticides, pesticides, solvents, and chloramines, and it improves taste and smell. So that's super important. And then
Anything.
the final filter is the Virus Guard filter, which is NASA technology, and it reduces bacteria, it reduces cysts like
Duridia.
reduces E. coli, reduces viruses, and it reduces heavy metals, volatile organic compounds, insecticides, pesticides, solvents, and chloramines.
I like that it's an extra filter, it's more lightweight, and the flow rate was negligible. I really am impressed with
Now,
that.
here's the way to really tell if it's working.
Ugh.
Here is the 5-micron filter from our new system, a brand new one. Here's what the one that just came out of our 2 system looked like. It was pure white when we put it in brand new.
How old is it?
That is a season old. We replaced it in the spring. And we haven't really, maybe we replaced it this time last year.
Yeah, I think it was this time.
So maybe it's about a year old because we didn't camp all summer. So
We were in Europe. Have you seen those videos? Check them out.
So there's kind of the difference on that. The 0.5 micron, this one is black. The old one has black in it, you can see, but the mesh is now black. So it's a little harder to tell, but you can still see kind of some of that yellow, how the mesh is yellowed a little bit and everything. So it really does make a difference. And when you check those, that's kind of how you can tell it's time to change them. You also might notice that the water doesn't taste quite so clean anymore.
Time to do a dipstick.
All right, dip, 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 dip.
Okay, hold on. I gotta get it down.
All the way down in the water.
I'm
Yeah,
getting it.
contaminate the water with your dirty fingers.
Oh my gosh. I got it in there. It got
No, you
wet.
just dip it in and take it right back out.
Oh, good. Okay.
Put it down. Now, they do say on the paperwork that most of these water test kits are testing for dissolved solids, which is not what these are designed to remove. So you're not going to see a huge difference necessarily on these.
Here's what I'm noticing right away. It matches my tablecloth.
Does make it really hard to tell.
Especially on camera. You guys can't see a thing. But I would agree. I'm not seeing a huge difference
Yeah.
in any of them.
Total chlorine. Now that it did filter out.
Yeah, I was just going to say that.
Unfiltered chlorine right
This
here
is the totally unfiltered.
is a little, there is some chlorine in it, but all 3 of the filters appear to have taken the chlorine out.
We knew this test wasn't going to tell us a lot, but we do know that filtering now takes out at least, all of them take out at least chlorine. We know that.
So there you go. In short, the 3-stage filter from Clearsource definitely gave us the best tasting water of our 3.
I would agree.
And we will continue to give updates on that as we get to a campground at some point in the near future, hopefully, that has terrible tasting water so that we can really check unfiltered water compared to the Clearsource.
But really, bottom line for me, this wasn't about would we like the filter or not, because it's been 4 years. Like, we know we love Clearsource. So I am full in on this. I think it was just a matter of, can we see anything? What can you notice?
Right.
And I don't know really the answer to that, but I like what you said, in a couple of months when it's really dirty, it'll be dirty somewhere.
We also like the fact that there's the peace of the mind that if it were well water and maybe the well had gotten contaminated with some bacteria or some other weird things, that's just not going to be a problem because we're filtering all that out twice with the Clearsource filter. Now, I do have to say that Clearsource is a partner with us, and they gave us the Clearsource filter for free in exchange for this video, but obviously they have no control over our content.
And they didn't give us our original filter.
No, we paid for our first filter.
We've been users for long enough that we were like, hey, we love your product so much, because that's how we operate. If any video you see from us, it's because we've already been using it and we love it and we stand behind it.
Clearsource wants you to also have any of their water systems. So if you use our coupon code, which is
Cruisin Clear.
Cruisin Clear, right down here below, make sure you use that link and you're going to get $25 off any water system that they sell, whether it's one of the onboard systems, one of the triple or double systems, the minis or the full size. Any water system you buy from them, you're going to get $25 off with our code, and it lets them know that you saw this video and we send them to you. And they've also got some great accessories like some carrying bags. There's even a heated bag if you do winter camping that'll help keep it all from freezing up.
In the meantime, hey, Brian, cheers.
Well, I want that one.
Well, you get that one.
But I want that one.
My sommelier is fired. Cheers. Thanks for watching. Come back again next time. Never know what adventure we'll be on. We won't be this dorky all the time.
Yeah, we will.